Today I'm going to show you how to use the GATCO Edgemate sharpening system. So what I've got here is I've got a clamp for clamping the knife, and I've got 5 sharpening stones at different grits to do different jobs. Also comes with a bottle of oil and 2 screws for doing a little larger blade. But what we want to talk about is getting your knife ready to go out in the field before you leave home, on your bench or whatever you've got. So I'm going to show you how to mount your knife blade into your clamp. You lay the knife blade down into the teeth, tighten up the first thumb screw, finger tight. Then take the black thumb screw, tighten it up so you get a good firm grip on the tip. Then you check, make sure your knife's firmly mounted, it's not breaking away from the clamp. I'm going to use, to be able to show the video better, I'm going to use the Edgemate Easy Grip clamp holder. And so I need to resharpen my knife to get it up and ready to go for going out in the field. Now my edge is still in pretty good shape. It's a little dull but not bad. So if my edge was really bad and wavy, I might use the coarse stone to start off with. But the extra coarse stone, the black is an extra coarse. That's if you've really damaged your edge and really got it nicked up. You might start there. But since mine's in pretty good shape, I'm actually going to start with just the coarse rod. To get these rods out, obviously when you pull them out of the box, they're compressed. And if you look at it, you know, it's too short to do the work. Real simple, no screws or anything else. You just pull the rod out some to extend your rod. And you put oil on these. I put oil on the stones before we got started to save time. Pick the angle you want. There's an angle guide here for what you might need and what angle you might want to use. I like to keep a little bit of a little finer edge on some of my stuff, so I use a 19 degree on my hunting knives to make it so I can just slide through real easily. And to do this, all you're going to do is cut up with the stone. So I'm going to place it down and run up with the stone. And you want to overlap some and hit the whole edge, 3 to 5 strokes per area. The neat thing about this system, the stone is about 1.5 times wider than the competition, so you get more work done faster. Makes it real easy to get a nice, clean, even bevel across the knife. When I've got that done on one side, all I've got to do is pick the clamp up, flip it over, and do the other side. You notice there's a plastic where my fingers are setting. Those are finger guards to keep me from accidentally dropping my finger below and cutting into the blade. I know as long as I have my fingers above resting on that plastic, I'm not going to cut myself while I'm doing this project. This is really important with like a big kitchen knife or something of that nature. When I've finished, I got a nice smooth looking edge, uniform width all the way around because the angle guide kept me exactly where I needed to be. When I finish with the coarse stone, I just compact it, put it back in the case, and I'll grab the next stone up, simply pull it out, and do the exact same thing with the medium stone. Simply flip it over and do it again. Alright, once done with that stone, we just switch to the fine stone, which polishes the edge up for us. And as you see there, I pulled the rod all the way out, no problem. Just stick it back in, no damage done, easy. Go to the, come up through here with the fine stone. Find the fine stone is after that edge is already set. We've cut that edge and we've got that angle exactly where we want. Now you don't feel as much resistance on the stone. Works real hard. You're not really pushing hard down very hard while you're cutting with any of the stones. You're just letting the stones do the work. I'm picking up, going past the blade, setting down and stroking up through the stone over the blade. This makes it so that way I'm getting a nice clean edge. And as I said, I'm not putting a lot of pressure down on the knife. I use the same angle, both sides, every time for every stone. If I wanted to change the angle of my knife, I would need to go back and start over with a coarse stone and go forward. And whatever you do, whichever stone you start with, even if you start with like an extra coarse, you have to work your way all the way up to fine. Don't skip a stone because you won't get the results you're looking for if you skip over a stone. One other neat thing you'll notice on the aluminum holder that I've got here is we've actually got 6 angle guides. That's something a little bit more than what the other competition in this field has. They have less angles, so you got less options. So with that done, we have a perfectly center edge. So you see the width of the edge all the way around, even through the belly on both sides is very uniform, very center, and very sharp. And that's how you use the GATCO Edgemate sharpening system.